Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Universes Academy podcast. We have a very special edition of the podcast today. As always, I am your host, John Jennings, and with me, as always, are my co-hosts, Mr. Ryan Kraft and Mr. Matt Childress. Guys, we got some big news here. Someone hit the horn. Bow, 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 bow. We got some super secret news from Jasco Games. They were like, "Hey guys, do you wanna show some cards from the new set?" And
To
we
which
were
we
like,
said, "Yes, please.
Yes, we
yeah,
do.
yeah, we do.
Please and thank you."
So we
I'll
are
take
very
3.
three. Oh, well, that's pretty lucky, Matt, because just as it happens, we have exactly 3 cards to reveal today.
Wow, one for each of us. How convenient.
I know. It's funny how that works out, right?
Yeah. It's good looking out.
Yeah, so we're going to show you these cards. We're going to talk about how awesome they are, and we're going to give you our some good takes. Mine will probably be terrible because, I'm a bad card player. Getting things started, we have a Midoriya Foundation entitled Any Means Necessary.
So just for the record, guys, we got 3 Midoriya cards. It's not some hodgepodge. You better hear about 3 Midoriya cards starting with this foundation. Sorry. I just wanted everyone to know, but get it cleared up real first.
Man, you just got to kill all the... Look, my dog's trying to get out of the room now. He doesn't even care anymore. Joey's like, Matt revealed that it's all Midoriya cards.
They're all Midoriya cards, man. Get hyped. This Midoriya is dope.
Joey does not appreciate that. Anyway, as I was saying. Oh, see, Joey's back now. He's back into it. Yeah. The first foundation we have, or the first card is a foundation entitled Any Means Necessary. It is a 2/5 with a +5 mid block, so it has a block, but not great.
Does it?
Yeah, it's a +5, but it ain't plus ultra, right?
Right.
It's obviously it has Midoriya symbols, Earth, Good, Life. It has a life character enhance commit your character. If you have 0 cards in hand, this attack gets +1 speed and +3 damage, so that's consistent with Midoriya's ability to discard a card and give something +1 speed and +3 damage. Mm-hmm. I'll be honest, that's not why we're playing this card. It's, I'm sure, maybe useful in a pinch if you've got that last little bit of damage. Maybe you got a throw or something you want to kill somebody with, throw that on there. However, you're playing this card for the response. It is response. After you discard this card during the enhanced step, draw 1 card.
But
now,
John, why
Matt,
are you discarding cards during the enhanced step?
Well, I can't. Does the new Midoriya have something to do with discarding cards during the enhanced? Ryan, do you know? Does he do anything about discarding cards?
I haven't read any cards yet. I'm not sure.
Yeah, Ryan's read nothing of set 2 reveals. He doesn't know what's going on. He's just the producer. Anyway, Matt, have you at least done your homework and looked at these cards? Do you know if Midoriya does something?
Oh yes, Midoriya can enhance discard a card to give his punch attack +1 speed and +3 damage.
Okay.
So with this foundation, he can discard this from his hand to immediately draw a card and replace it, thus extending his ability to use his attack. So he's a 6-hander. Normally you could play 3 attacks and buff them 3 times, right? You hit a couple of these or any other card draw. We're looking at a 4th attack, easy.
Oh,
easy.
Nice. Yeah.
With another +1, +3 on it. And to your point about the life character enhance, it's definitely not something you're going to like lead your turn with and all. But think about it. If you're sitting and you do have to build a couple of these, like you really don't ever want more than 1, I guess, because you can't like double commit your character. But, like you can just randomly, again, by any means necessary, get that last little bit of damage out. So yeah, this card is going to be awesome in that character. The ability just to pitch it and draw 1 is insane. You can do really cool stuff off of like good with something like celebrity status, flip celebrity status, put attack frame momentum back on top to immediately use Midoriya's ability, pitch this card to then draw that attack. Done.
That seems pretty solid.
Maybe into secret rare. What?
I just want to say you said the title of the card and in a way to use it, and it blew my mind.
Yeah, man, we're there.
I've forgotten. I didn't catch anything else you said for the last minute after that. I've just been like stewing on that. Hopefully, you said something cool and useful.
It's at least informative. But yeah, I mean, like to your point, it's got a +5 mid block, not so great, right? Like it may be if you're blocking like some slow throw that's like 2 speed and you really want to check a 7 to take half, okay. But any attack with a respectable amount of speed, even printed 4, this is basically a no block,
Yeah.
But, if they ever print stuff that references, like, a block mod, I
Hmm.
can't think of anything currently, but that's something they did back in the day, in the older versions of the game. So, like, if they do stuff like that, then maybe this card gains some extra life, you know, at some point, but I'm not holding my breath on that, like, I mean, a plus 5 block is not why I'm running this card.
Yeah, like you said, it's weird because it's a foundation, and normally, obviously, you wouldn't build foundations, right? Like that's the whole
Right.
idea is you build foundations in your stage, just like your character training and getting better, and it helps you progress your turns and do more things. But you don't necessarily really want to build this one because of the response has to come from your hand, essentially.
Mhm.
So like you said, maybe you build one in a pinch because you just need that extra foundation down there, or maybe you've mulliganed and you're just kind of left with them in your hand. So
Right.
it is kind of an interesting balance with it being a foundation in that sense.
So
Um,
it's also worth pointing out that, like, now that I think this is a very likely play, you could use Midoriya on your rival's turn if, like, for some reason you held on to one of these and you didn't build it, but, like, his ability doesn't say your turn. So, like, you could use his ability to give your punch attack that it currently isn't a punch attack and it's not
mhm,
yours, +1, +3, and then just draw a card. So you could do similar things defensively with this card as well, to pitch it from
yeah,
your hand defensively to draw one on command, which again, like say maybe you're playing against a Jiro and she tries to stack your deck, you're like, haha, I gotcha. Pitch one to
mhm.
draw one. Thanks for giving me this attack, Jiro. Ha 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 ha. Kind of thing.
Yeah, because his enhance is just it's enhanced discard one card is the cost, and then the
Hmm.
effect is whatever the effect is. In this case, it
Correct.
just wouldn't trigger because it's not your attack. So
Right. It goes off, but it doesn't do anything because
yeah,
it's not your attack.
yeah.
Absolutely.
Ryan, do you have any other thoughts about this foundation?
I mean, I think just as the card pool expands, seeing more effects that let you like discard cards to draw cards. Like
Hmm.
if there's a card that just is like discard a card to draw one, this lets you discard or draw two. Just stuff like that will be cool down the line. Like I don't think we have anything like that right now that works on these symbols. Like there's no latent skill on these symbols, but if there was, it'd be pretty sweet. So I'll be looking forward to stuff like that.
Yeah. Most importantly, Eraser can't play this card, right?
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
good lord, that'd be ridiculous. I
Pull
guess
back a card and draw another one. Tee hee tee hee.
you could play this card in standard. I guess if people do that.
What's what
Yeah.
standard? I don't
Yeah,
what.
they
What
could.
is
I
what?
I imagine there's probably better foundations in standard to play
Yeah, I'm
because the
sure there
plus 5
are.
block's real unplayable, but
Hmm.
at the same time, there could be a deck for it for sure.
Hmm.
So this ability was actually on an old card that was years ago, and it was had a different, other ability, but that response was on it, and it was very, very highly played and a very good card. So I'm sure this will see equal amount of play.
Hmm. Up next, Matt, you want to tell us about our first Midoriya attack reveal?
Sure, sure. So this attack is a 4 difficulty with a 3 check called Full Power Clash. It's got a +1 mid block. It's a 3 mid doing 3. And I know what you're thinking. Ew. Hold on. It's Fury, Powerful 2, and Punch. So that's kind of cool. The keywords let it work both with Bakugo off of Earth and Midoriya. So that's something.
Hmm.
And it says enhance, choose one of your foundations. This attack gets +1 speed and +1 damage for each copy of that foundation in your stage. Okay, so by default, it's actually a 4/4, right? Because you're going to have one copy of the foundation. So there's never a scenario where this isn't a 4/4 for 4. So it's back on curve, guys. We're good. Um, but more than likely, you're going to have 2 or 3 of these, especially when you consider Midoriya's second ability to let him snap build things. If he checks a copy of something he already has in play, this could get unruly real quick. Like, I mean, it caps out at +4, but how do you feel about 4 difficulty, 7 mids doing 7?
I'm
Yeah,
for him. I don't know
that
about
seems
you,
pretty
Ryan,
good.
but
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I'm not gonna complain about a 4 difficulty, 7 mid doing 7. I mean, I know that's best case scenario. Oh, and then you can use, Midoriya on it to make it an 8 doing 10.
Hmm.
Seems
It's
pretty
also
alright.
powerful too.
Yeah, just,
Yeah.
why not? Like,
yeah,
Hmm.
okay, yeah, I
yeah,
mean, there's nothing wrong with this card. It's got a great block. It's low difficulty, and it can do, you know, uh, a ton of damage. So, yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. It's got a
yeah.
sweet picture too.
right.
It
The
does.
glowy hands.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think this card's totally fine. Like you play it early game and it's completely like on curve. It's a 4/4 for 4. And if you draw it late game, where you probably got a bunch of copies of stuff out, it kind of scales as the game goes along, which is really
Mhm.
cool. And then you can just dump any momentum you've gotten along the way to just pump up that powerful, get the damage up there. Because if you're throwing something that's like 7 speed in the late game and it has powerful too, it might just randomly kill them. I mean, we've seen like Home Run Comet kill 1 million people. Why can't this kill some people?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I imagine setup strike into this, right? Just give it plus
Yeah,
3 speed for no reason. Comes in as a 6 doing 3. Then you use its ability plus it's powerful. I mean, this
Texas
this could
Smash.
yeah. Texas Smash adds more damage, which the powerful does also.
Hmm.
But,
hmm
point being either way, off of good there, you have some ways to kind of modify this. I don't know what life is gonna do in a situation like with him in general.
Hmm.
Clearly all his cards have it, but I feel like good and earth both can really take advantage of this card right now. So yeah,
this
it's
card
gonna be
is
pretty cool.
this card could be pretty good. Never mind. It's not a weapon attack. Never mind.
Mhm. Yeah, if only.
Yeah, I do think it'll if we see some Earth Bakugo decks pop up, I think this is going to be a really good choice for them as well, just because it
Yeah.
is Fury and Powerful 2, like you said. So it does get +2 speed and Powerful 4
Yeah.
Yeah.
on a 4
The
def.
problem is that in that situation, like, he destroys his foundations, you know? So,
Hmm.
like, he's gonna have to and you can control what you destroy, so you're just gonna
Yeah,
have
it's
to
a little bit of
destroy.
negative synergy, but
Right, you have to destroy things that you don't have multiples of. So,
hmm
like, you gotta commit other things, like, I don't think you're wrong, like, I think this deck could easily find play in a Earth Bakugo as well,
hmm
but, yeah, Midoriya is definitely gonna abuse this card, like, I can't wait
oh
to
yeah.
throw these at people. Tell them to catch the hand.
Speaking of catching some hands, Ryan, you want us to tell us about our last reveal?
Yeah, so we got Back Alley Haymaker. This is a
Ooh.
5/3 +2 high block, and this is an attack that Midnight is gonna love to see. It's got so many keywords. It's charge, EX2, punch, stun 2, and then it has a completely free enhance that draws you a card. Or if you don't like drawing cards, it builds you one foundation with a printed difficulty 0 from your discard pile. That just turns that other attack we just saw online.
Yeah.
So I mean,
It's a 4 mid doing 5 also, so it's
yeah,
got solid stats.
yeah,
Hmm.
it's a 4 mid for 5 on a 5 diff that draws a card, stunts 2 and gets faster, fits into all the punch kits, and turns all his other cards we've seen online. Like this card's awesome. It's a rare.
Yeah.
So we haven't seen his ultra rare yet. So who knows what that does? If this rare is this good, I'm
Right.
interested to see what the ultra rare does.
Yeah, it also has charge on it randomly, so if you're playing good Jiro, it
Yeah,
works in here too. So,
And it just
yeah,
comes with an extra damage for no reason, you know?
yeah,
draws you a
uh,
card. Just why not?
yeah. I mean, yeah. It's just I'm really loving the synergy we're seeing with this new Midoriya and his kit. Obviously, we kind of thought, set one Midoriya is a little bit lower power level. His cards are still like fine, but his power itself didn't necessarily also like all really work that well with his stuff at all
Mhm.
times. And I think with the cards that we've seen here and what we've already seen just from Midoriya, it's a really good package suite of cards for him, and I think he's going to be a real player in set two.
Yeah, for sure. I think that character is gonna be very good, and his kit looks very good too. So the thing that I'm interested in is, like, this whole printed 0 difficulty for your discard pile thing.
Hmm.
Like, so you have it can't be fixed, you have, like, tight-lipped, um, you have release. I'm trying to think through the symbols, what you currently have, and then he has his new one also, so that's at least,
Hmm.
like, I guess, 4, but that's not more
Yeah,
than, like, 2 off of any one symbol. Bakugo has that new, 0 diff, right? That when it adds
The Earth
down
one, the
yeah, that
with
flips something.
the
So,
Best
like
Genist foundation, I believe.
yeah, something like that.
Internship with Best Genist.
Yeah, so, like, it's interesting because like, normally you're gonna draw the card, I feel like, in most situations, but it might be, um, that you just wanna pull back, the foundation because it doesn't say come in committed either. Like, you just
Yeah.
build it, so you're getting a ready foundation.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah. So I
so
mean, like, I can see a situation where like you flip something with like if you're playing like a life deck, like you flip something with tight lipped, and then you self-sacrifice to like you tap it and like you blow it up, and then you can play this and like build something back up. Like
yeah.
yeah,
there's a lot of
good.
ways you can like cycle through your foundations and stuff and get additional uses out of them.
Yeah, well, and in particular, as far as like thinking about like the attack we just previewed, as far as getting additional copies of a card in play so that it's
Hmm.
stronger, and by adding in that foundation, it comes in ready, so it effectively negates the progressive you just added for playing this attack, right? So
Hmm.
like if you had to tap 2, you're like, oh no, this isn't great. I checked a 3 and I needed a 5, and then you're like, but I can build one back in, and now I have one more resource to kind of extend my turn. So I think that'll be really interesting to see how players figure out how to navigate that ability. because I don't think that drawing the card is always going to be the right decision, and that's really cool design wise.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, guys, that's gonna do it for all the reveals we have. Super excited you guys stopped by. Please go ahead and like and subscribe to our channel. Go ahead and get more awesome MHA card game content from us. Sometimes we put out some really cool stuff, if I may say so. Go ahead and little pat on the back for us there. We do put out some good stuff. So go ahead and stop on by, and we appreciate you guys listening.
And yeah, and just one more time, thanks Jasco Games for providing the reveals to us for this set, and hopefully we get more of these in the future, man. I appreciate you guys.
Yeah, absolutely. This is awesome. Like this is exciting. I hope everyone else enjoys these cards as much as we did. If you do like them, we'd love to hear from you. Leave some comments, ask some
Down
questions.
below.
Yeah, hit us up on Facebook, whatever. And we can talk about these because, like I said, I'm really excited about this Midoriya. So I definitely love having conversations with everyone about it. And again, like Ryan was saying, thank you, Jasco Games, for including us in this cycle. And yeah, hopefully we get to bring you guys some more exciting previews at some point in time in the future. Maybe I don't know.
Okay. We appreciate it. Thanks, guys.
Have a good rest of your day.
Have a great week.
Yeah.